For my entire life, I've been obsessed with girls, and it has felt like my entire life has revolved around girls, whether that's talking to them, getting with them, or being in pursuit of them, or even just looking at them in general. It's just had this pull on my life and on my mind that I just haven't been able to get over. And ever since high school, really, I was just always looking at girls. I always wanted to be talking to them, and I always wanted attention from them. And it really was an obsession because it did take over my life. Like, I always felt like I had to be talking to a girl, whether that was on the phone, like through text, or in person, or whatever, through a dating app. I just always needed that stimulus from a girl to feel some sort of validation. And it became part of my identity, so much so that like I feel like only my eyes just kept turning to girls, like somebody that I could possibly go up to and talk to, or I would look at them and see if they were looking at me to see if like they were attracted to me. And it feels so ridiculous to admit, but it's the truth. And I think a lot of guys struggle with that as well, like where like everything just has to be about girls. At the end of the day, when they might not even realize it might be something they're not aware of, but they do have some sort of effect on your mind, and they are pulling you in a certain direction at all times. And it's like people want to have good jobs and make good money so that they can get a girl, get a nice woman to be with. And yes, like that's part of life. And but at the end of the day, like they do have some sort of pull on you and your goals, right? And then that's the kind of a bigger picture thing, but it happens on a smaller scale every single day, especially with going to the gym too. Like so many guys, they say they want nice bodies for themselves and stuff, but that's a big part of it is so that they can get girls. And I do think it's a natural, like human thing to an extent, because we obviously do want to, be with somebody beautiful, somebody that'll take care of us and whatever. But for me, it was like I just wanted that validation, and it did come from a place of insecurity, like, oh, maybe I'm not enough, or I didn't have that validation from other areas of my life, whether it was from friends or maybe family even. But girls, when I was with them and when I was talking to them, I felt worthy and I felt like I was enough. And it made me feel good about myself. And I've really, really struggled with this my entire life. I didn't know it was a struggle too. I just thought it was normal. Like, oh, like always being on dating apps and always talking to girls and always texting somebody or DMing somebody, whatever. Throughout my self growth journey, it's kind of evolved. And before it was just getting with a girl and having that attention from them is what I wanted. And then a few months in, I just wanted to feel appreciated by a girl, or have that accompaniment. And I really felt like I needed that. So it kind of transitioned from being something more physical into something more emotional, because I had felt like I've changed so much, and I wanted somebody to be able to appreciate that, and I wanted to share life with somebody in that way. But still, my attention, at the core was still on girls, and I did want a girl in my life in some way. And so, I went on a couple dates and whatever, and it felt nice, but then it just, I don't know, it kind of a flip switched inside of me, and I don't want to feel like my happiness needs to be found with a girl. Like, I want to be able to find true, genuine happiness by myself. And as cheesy as it sounds, I really needed that self-love, and it's taken me a while to get to that point. But when you do love yourself enough, you really don't feel the need for anybody else. And so now I feel like I've reached a next level or an evolution at some point, because now I don't feel any need for attention from girls. I really genuinely don't. Like, I can be fully present in the moment without a girl in the back of my mind, or like having to look at girls or wanting to talk to one. And even being on my own day to day, I don't feel like I need the accompaniment of one. I can appreciate my own accomplishments and my own growth, and that is more than enough for me. And I think this is a point that every man needs to reach, but it is very, very difficult and it takes time. I went through a 1 year celibacy to get to this point. And obviously that wasn't easy. That can't be easy for any man that's, in his mid-20s. I don't feel the need for attention from girls anymore. I genuinely don't. Before, I would be incessantly checking my phone from girls that I was texting, or I would reach out to girls through DM so I could be texting somebody. But now I don't feel that need anymore at all. And it really is a freeing feeling. And I'm so happy to have reached this point. And I think, yeah, maybe part of it is reaching 25 years old, where your prefrontal cortex has finally developed. But I know a lot of guys who are past 25 who still need the attention of girls. So I think maybe to an extent that helped biologically, but I've done so much work on myself that I've been able to reach this point. And I can say with full confidence now, I enjoy being alone. Before, it was something that I could do, but I still needed to be texting somebody. So technically I wasn't alone because I still had attention from girls over message, whatever. But now, whether I have a girl on my phone or not makes no difference to me. Genuinely, it doesn't, because I'm so comfortable on my own. And I could have no messages in my phone for weeks and months on end, and I'd be perfectly okay, because I'm so happy with myself, and I've achieved that level of self-love where I don't feel the need to be appreciated by somebody else. And so people might say they're okay on their own and they're fine, doing things on their own, whatever, but they still have their phone and they're still texting people, and they're still texting either guys or girls for that attention. But you're only really on your own when you're not attached to that, to the phone and to messaging people. Like, I'm just so happy with where I'm at. And I guess I gotta show it in these videos too. Like, sometimes I talk in such a monotone way, but no, I am so happy to not feel that urge or temptation from girls, or feel like you need to be satisfying a girl or getting attention from them in any sort of way. Is just like so freeing that I can't even explain it. Like, it's just something that you have to experience, and you don't realize how much of a slave you are to it until you've reached this point. I realized before I reached this point, because it just got so ridiculous. I was like, why is everything that I'm doing, in pursuit of a girl or in pursuit of validation from one? Because then I'll never ever reach genuine happiness if that's how, I needed to find it. So yeah, if a girl comes along, great, talk to them, but it's not something that I'm gonna be attached to or, feel the need to do. And that's something that it's irreplaceable. It's really priceless. And it's really helped me live in the moment and be in the present, because the back of my mind isn't on any girl or in pursuit of anybody. It's just they're focused on what I'm doing, and I'm doing it because I want to do it, not because I want to impress a girl or to get a girl's attention. Hopefully, if you're struggling with this, you can reach a level of awareness where you're struggling with it, because it's something that is very easy to ignore. Every man does need to reach this point in his life to find genuine happiness, and I believe that, because your happiness can't be dependent on somebody else. You have to feel so happy internally that somebody else can add to your life, but you don't be so dependent on them that it's the only way you can find happiness. If it's something that you struggle with, leave a comment. Let's get in touch. Let's have this conversation in the comment section. I don't care, through Instagram, because I know it's not easy to get over. But yeah, that's it for today. So, peace.